welcome to another episode of the 151 Collective. I am your host, Zack Mo, aka fuck. I fucking had something too. What is the name on this Coke bottle? Aka Alexandra.
I'm Collector, aka Dr. Death.
And below us is
the retired Pokemon Ripper, Brent.
aka Brent.
Welcome to the 151 Collective, semi-retired Pokemon Ripper, Brent.
Yep.
So just to be clear, you're now just a sealed collector, not a ripper.
Only sealed. Gordy has officially broken me. I'm done.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, he did it.
He is a rotten bastard.
So we missed last week due to my stomach being stupid.
Intestinal fortitude.
Yeah, get my GI issues, and I don't mean GI Joes. So yeah, we missed last week. No, I'm not doing better. I'm not anymore. For all of you wondering. So that covers that. So Brent, you've listened to the podcast. You know what's coming next. I'm going to ask you, how was your week in collecting?
Besides Gordy, pretty good. Finally,
just so everybody knows, he is wearing a fake beard. So if he sounds off, it's because he has a glorious fake beard.
That's not fake.
Fully natural. I just grew this overnight. Yeah, and now that I've been Gordied officially for like the 50th time, I am now a sealed collector. Tim is a horrible influence and got me some super, super cool sealed ETBs, and then now I'm just going to be a sealed ETB menace over the next few weeks.
Let me interrupt you. I just so happen to be sitting on a ETB that you should probably add to your collection.
Is this the Pokemon Center prismatic one that you've been
hawking?
Possibly. We'll see. Tim and I have been going back and forth on this whole Celestial Fates Collide ATVs, and if I don't decide soon, I know my horrible intuition is just going to make me buy both of them. So I need to decide like now.
Celestial Collides.
Dude, both boxes are super cool, but like we kind of talked about, I'm more of a Ray fan than an Alakazam fan, so I'll probably go Celestial, but we'll see. If I get a few Bearmans in me on a Thursday or Friday, I can't guarantee I won't buy both.
Just do it.
Probably. I know.
It's a good way to start a collection strong. Sounds like it was a pretty good week in collecting. Sans Gordy. That is probably, I can't think of another rip in Pokemon as bad as getting a Gordy Eevee Heroes box.
What about an Ogerpon? Oh, an Eevee Heroes box. Okay. Yeah, touche.
Yeah. I mean, that rip, Brent, were you there for that Stacks rip? We ripped it was like recently, we ripped like 100 some odd packs of prismatic all at one time. And he got an Ogerpon. It was like a $30 card. That was his best pull.
Stacks or Jose?
No, that was Stacks. Jose also had that happen, but right when it first came out, when it would have been way more money, when it was way more money.
He also hasn't been back since.
And he hasn't. I noticed that.
Yeah, he's retired. I get it. The Gordy made me think about it.
Yeah, I think Jose may have retired for a little bit after Prismatic. Prismatic was brutal for that man.
It really fucking was. I don't mean to laugh, but like it really, really was.
He got destroyed on Prismatic. He does have like a fair amount of it sealed as well. He bought a bunch of sealed cases off me too, or they were sealed when I sent them to him. Who knows if they're still sealed? But yeah, he really got dumped on. But a few people did well with Prismatic.
172 packs in one go, and he got nothing.
Yeah, but like 5 times probably.
Man is a beast.
He was buying like several cases of ETBs at a time when the ETBs were like touching $200 a piece.
Yeah, wild. That's Cliff worthy right there, man.
It was insane. That was terrible. So I guess prismatic is the English, like getting an Ogerpon in prismatic is like on a large amount of prismatic, not like one ETB, but like let's say you bought enough prismatic that it was equal to the price of EV Heroes and all you got was an Ogerpon. I guess that would be just as bad. I feel like though, like I hate Gordy way more than I hate Ogerpon.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, just like seeing Gordy's face.
Yeah.
And if you even noticed, even in that stream, like everybody right away was like, "Oh God, it's Gordy!" Like shit. I'm like, "Yep. We all know. We're all like, it's." I've seen that man too many times. I almost feel bad that I hate another man so much, and he's not even
Not even a real person.
But at least we got to shred Gordy. That was at least a little bit gratifying.
Yeah, that felt good.
Yeah. But that's brutal. There's nothing really that I can think of worse than getting Gordied. I know I've Gordied Normand probably like 3 times total. I Gordied Buck 1 time.
You know, it was pretty bad. I joined an energy break once and got a Gargankel EX and another EX. So I lost the break and I won the free ETB. And then in the ETB, I got the Gargankel EX and another EX, and that was it.
Yeah, you got cooked.
That was pretty rough.
You probably got the promo though.
Big fucking one.
Well, the promo is probably worth like at least $15 now. It sounds like it was Paradox
promo?
Rift, right?
I don't remember.
Gargankel was in Paradox, I'm pretty sure. I can't be certain. I'm looking it up. How the fuck
all I know is that you failed me that night.
Gargankel EX.
Tim fails me like every weekend at this point.
Wow.
I mean, he's just.
Why do you see that? I don't rip with him anymore.
He's just starting to, you know, he pulled me some serious heat for a few weeks, and then he was like, "Dude, I'm tired of this guy getting so much good stuff. I gotta just cook him." And now I've just been getting.
That's your official welcome to the club. Is when
once you start getting
heat.
Yeah.
When you start getting cooked all the time, then you're officially in the Collectors Club.
Yeah,
it happens it happens to all my actual friends in the Collectors Club. Anybody who I really like in the Collectors Club, I just pull them dog shit.
Yeah, I can see that, man. We went on a generational run, and then now every time I rip, I'm like, dude, what is the worst hit of the set? I feel like I'm hitting it. Like,
exactly how it goes.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Did you find out what set it's in?
It's in Stellar Crown. I don't remember what Stellar Crown break I did, but I guess I did a case break or something when it came out.
It wasn't a case break. It was one box. Charlie really wanted to do it.
Okay. Well,
it was just a box, and that's what you kept saying every time I brought it up to you.
Oh, because it was a single booster box. I remember now. Yeah, single booster box breaks are dumb.
Yeah, well, it was like $30. I just happened to have like $30, so I was like, "Fuck it, let me join."
Yeah. Well, you got $30 worth because you got the promo from the ETB and 4 EXs. That's like $18 back on a $30 in.
What's the promo from that?
I don't know. It's probably not worth $15 yet, but it will be.
Definitely not worth $15.
If you hold that $2 more, it will be.
The Collectors app finally chopped the price on the Umbreon 9. It's not saying 305 anymore. Sadly, what is it saying now?
The promo's the Noctowl, by the way, which is dope.
No, I do have that Noctowl somewhere. But yeah, it's $15 now in a PSA 9. The Umbreon Pokeball.
$4.
I have that Noctowl in I have a Noctowl Master Ball from one of the sets.
Prismatic?
It must be Prismatic.
Yeah, because the only other set with Master Balls is 151. And Noctowl is not one of the original 151.
Get the fuck out of here.
All right, I'll leave.
I could have sworn it was Fearo's evolution. On Fearo, Noctowl.
Hey, hot take. Noctowl actually has some pretty cool cards. Like some of the older ones.
Oh yeah.
Man, what's the one of Noctowl like over a lake that had a hollow? It was in one of the older sets. I can't remember what it was, but that art, I had it in a PSA 10 for years, and it was one of my like favorite cards.
There's the Shining Noctowl. That one
one
obviously is crazy popular and expensive. That's like a vintage card. There's a Kamiya Noctowl. There's the Neo Noctowl, but he's not over a lake.
see.
Hmm.
My computer's going
Oh,
crazy.
wait, no,
Let me
that.
see.
Yeah, Noctowl has some dope art. I think you're talking about Heart Gold Soul Silver.
Yeah, it might
He's
be
like
that
on
one.
a branch.
It's like it
He's
has
on a
like the
branch with the
coolest
lake
like
in front of
background
him.
view.
Yeah,
Yeah. That
that's
card
what it is.
That card is low key one of my like favorite arts.
Yeah, Noctowl does have some really good artwork. I don't disagree. Maybe
Definitely
we should
Heroes
change
Evolution.
gears on our weekly. Boom!
What do you
I'm
mean?
shifting gears.
You
I'm
could.
doing it.
Yeah, it's either that or we
It's
gotta
already
do Clobopus.
it's already been done. We had a plan. We're abandoning the plan.
Are you going to tell us about a bird?
I'm going to tell you guys about a bird. That's right. We're going to now learn about Noctowl.
Well,
Let's
before
go,
we
man.
jump into that,
Whoa.
everybody
Sorry, I
keeps
went off script.
messaging me. Yeah, I mean, Rick was just texting me. What's the update on the market?
Oh,
So,
was he?
yeah, he was, because he's very interested.
Well, Pokemon go up. That's kind of like been my saying forever. I haven't really done extensive market research for the week, but I can tell you that sealed stuff is still very strong, and singles and slabs are starting to waver a bit. Journey Together, I think, is the start of like the turning point in the current craziness that is Pokemon, where Journey Together is dropping in price from its original high, and it hasn't returned to those original highs yet, which is a very good thing for regular collectors, a very bad thing for scalpers who are just getting cooked on it because they're not able to resell it.
Somebody
But
thought I was a scalper on Facebook Messenger. I mean, on Facebook.
because you put
Marketplace.
a Poke Center
I put up
ETB
the
up.
yeah, and he's like, he was like, "Oh man, I really want it." I was like, "All right, cool." I was like, "You can come to Manhattan." He's like, "Yeah, I'd love to come to Manhattan just to pay double price. I don't care." And I was like, "What the fuck is this guy talking about?" Like, I'm really trying to figure it out. I didn't put it together yet. And then I was like, because then he was like, "Market price is only whatever 150 something," and I was like, "No, it's 333, bud." And I was like, "You do realize it's a Pokemon Center ETB, right?" And he's like, "Oh, my bad." Like the guy like immediately got like apologetic for being such a dick. And I was like, "Oh, so you're not really interested? You just wanted to be a dick?" And he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "All right, cool. Have a good night's life."
That sounds like how people behave on Facebook. Yeah, so overall the market's still strong. Like I'm looking at Evolving Skies right now. There was a little bit of a dip starting in the early portion of March for Evolving, but it's coming back up right now. It's back basically up to its all-time high as far as the loose packs go. All Scarlet Violet booster boxes are still extremely strong as far as sealed goes. All Scarlet Violet ETBs except for Shrouded Fable are currently worth more than what they were worth at MSRP when they came out. All Sword and Shield ETBs, all of them. I don't think there's a single Sword and Shield ETB that's worth less than what it was when it came out. So sealed collections still holding extremely strong. We are seeing a pretty tremendous amount of volatility with things like graded cards, like 151 singles, I believe, are dropping pretty hard, if I'm not mistaken. Let me pull up the Charizard EX real quick.
How hard?
Yeah, so Charizard got crushed. So the high
Wasn't
for
that like
Charizard was like
$1,000?
I'm just looking at raw, and I mean I'm
Okay.
sure that the PSA 10 reflects this as well. But mid March, that card was at 260, and now it's down to 210. So that's a pretty huge swing. That's a
I sold it at 100.
20% drop. But if you zoom out and you look at the 1 year, the all-time low for a year was 96.02, and now it's at 208. So you're still double a year ago. Did you lose if you bought it at full price on March 10th? Yeah, you lost. But other than that, you're still way ahead on a card like that. And I think that's what people don't realize about singles is like the volatility involved in them. You have to like zoom out on how quickly these assets appreciate and depreciate. And you have to look at a larger scale picture. We're not like people are treating these, especially in this boom, people have been treating these like day trading. Like you buy cards at 90% and then you sell them in a day or two for 110% of the new market because the market was so hot that people were able to buy and sell and buy and sell and buy and sell. But that's not traditionally, like for the last 10 years, how the Pokemon markets worked. Generally speaking, things like mature slowly. I talked about Vivid Voltage, I think, with a buddy of mine. That set has probably one of the healthiest growth lines that I've ever seen. because it's not hyped. Nobody really gives a shit about Vivid Voltage, but the Vivid Voltage booster boxes just have such sorry, I pinged the mic there. Such steady, healthy growth since the day they sold out on Pokemon Center. The growth has just been like a great like upward trajectory, nice and healthy. And that's the type of asset that I personally, as someone who follows the Pokemon market, I like to be in assets like that. Things that aren't extremely volatile. It's not like, I don't treat it like a casino. I treat it like an investment, at least the sealed portion. But the good news is, like, everybody who wanted, product to be more available, being able to find things on shelves, like, that's happening with Journey Together. Now, as I've stated many times, when products are very expensive and very hot, everybody wants to rip them, and they all like to complain about how expensive they are. And now we have a product like Journey Together that isn't quite as hot, and nobody wants to rip it. And it's ironic that this set 2 will eventually be worth significantly more than it's worth right now, and we'll all say, like, do you remember when nobody wanted to buy Journey Together? And then the Ends Reshiram box topper will be like, $150. It just takes time.
How much is that now?
I don't know. It was 18, but that was at
like
least a week ago. 15?
Yeah, it's like something around there. And then your PSA 10 Charizard, because we just got the one that we came back. So I was looking. It's like $800 now. I saw a sale the other day. It was like $800.
And so it was 1,200.
Yeah, I think the max was like 1,200, and then it really hovered around 1,000 for a while. But yeah,
right.
I saw it around 1,000 for most of the time.
Yeah, so it's tanking. And then what I wanted to ask you, Tim, was what do you think about like the EV, like the evolutions of evolving? Are you noticing now that the raw cards and PSA 10s are literally like $50 apart? Like, it's
I haven't really been looking too much into those, but I know for sure that Glaceon VMAX got impacted. Let me look.
Yeah, I did. I picked one up, remember, at $450. A PSA 10 at $450.
Right. Yeah, so I mean, I'm seeing near mint at $280 on a Glaceon VMAX.
Oh, well, that's good.
You know what I found the other day?
I saw one.
Yeah, and I'm saying 450 PSA 10 is a great price.
Yeah.
That's a good price. I'm seeing the lowest sale at 415 and the average sale much closer to like 440, 450.
You know what I found the other day?
What's that?
I happen to have a Fossil Unlimited Hollow Dragonite.
Oh, nice.
I don't know where it came from.
Probably me.
But I have one. No, it definitely wasn't you. You give me shit.
I sent you the non-hollow, you dick.
Yeah, you did, which was a surprise. I didn't know you were doing that. Thank you.
I told you that.
If I didn't say thank you.
Oh, yeah, you sent me bullshit.
Yeah, it's because I probably pulled shit, whatever I bought.
You didn't buy anything. I just shipped it to you. I shipped you someone else's Jumbo and that Dragonite.
And there's buy anything in there.
Yeah, there were other cards
also in there.
Yeah, I put that in there too.
No, Annie did.
I mean, I put it in the package.
Tim, has Zach seen
Annie?
the Lapras?
No, not yet.
Annie
gave you the Ice Baby Frostlass.
No,
I'm pretty positive.
Annie gave me that Frostlass.
All right, well then I gave you the Ice Baby Frostlass.
Correct.
It's going to be really hard to see because of the way this camera is set up. Let's see. Yeah, it starts to blur it.
It's beautiful.
Lapras is one of my favorite. I always have it in my party in the games.
I gave Tim a PSA 9 7-Eleven Lapras.
This thing should be a PSA 10. I'm resubbing this.
It should
I've decided.
That thing should be $1 million. That's fucking
It has
awesome.
a 7-Eleven stamp on it. How sick is that?
Awesome.
Super dope gift from Brent.
Really cool.
Immediately into the PC. As you noticed, it was within arm's reach. It stays with me.
Keep it in your wallet.
Okay, so back to the alt art thing, the PSA 10 versus raw. There's been a huge amount of like, not necessarily speculation, but like a lot of talk about the population reports for Evolving Skies alternate arts and how they can't support the prices of the Evolving Skies cards. When you look at a card like Umbreon VMAX alt art, the population is like astounding. It's in the 20 or 30,000 copies of the PSA 10 of that card, versus things like, let's say, Black Stars, right? Like there's nowhere near as many Black Stars. There's nowhere near as many Ponchos. And the reason that those cards are so expensive, aside from being like cool as fuck, are that their population is low. So there's only so many copies, and the more somebody wants it, the more they're willing to pay, et cetera, et cetera. That happened with Umbreon VMAX during the hype cycle, but now that we're like retracing from this hype cycle, you're going to see cards that have really high pops at PSA start to slump a little bit. Cards that are readily available because people are trying to sell their stuff, but there's a lot of people trying to sell them, and that's going to drive the price down. The supply is outweighing the demand for the card, so supply becomes an issue. There's things like that are more rare, things that have a much more limited supply. Even if the demand is lower, the price will stay pretty consistent throughout a quote unquote slumping market or a bear market, or whatever you'd want to call what we're seeing right now. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of retracing on the evolving alt arts. Generally speaking, like once a set is fully mature, like talking like XY evolutions, right? Or even going back beyond XY evolutions into like the black and white era, typically only like 5 cards stand the test of time. Outside of like true Wizards of the Coast vintage, like base set stuff, Neo stuff, those are exceptions to the rule. But once you get into your like, emerging powers, I think emerging powers has like 1 card that's worth a lot of money. And it's not, I think it's like $15 is like the best card in emerging powers raw. And the box is like $3,000 for the booster box because it's super rare. Emerging powers chase is Tornadus or Thunderous, I want to say.
That's disgusting.
Let's see. Yeah, Thunderous full art is the most expensive card, it looks like. Can I sort it by ungraded
Brent,
price?
if you're not aware, I really hate those legendaries.
Yeah, okay, so Tornadus 98. Tornadus card number 98 is the most expensive card in emerging powers. The card value is $8.95. It's worth $155 in a PSA 10. However, the booster box sells for $2,725.
That's wild.
This is why, in my
That's insane.
opinion and in my experience, if you're in Pokemon for financial return, just collect sealed.
Well, what if you really wanted a Landorus?
Damn,
Then you buy the Landorus.
I gotta buy both boxes.
Don't forget to add to your shopping cart my ETB.
Look, I think that opening Pokemon cards is a tremendous amount of fun. I love my job. Opening Pokemon packs is an absolute blast. And you can certainly win short term opening Pokemon packs. You might win long term on a card here and there. But eventually it's like a zero-sum game, right? Like you're going to eventually, if you just constantly open without ever having anything else to back that up, eventually you're going to lose. And sealed collecting, I think, is very, very different. Like worst case scenario with sealed collecting, you wait long enough, you'll get your money back. There's very few things that peak in value in the first year, 5 years of their existence in Pokemon. Everything eventually goes up. You may have to wait till the next boom cycle, which we'll see in a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. But
what if I don't have time for that?
No, we don't have time for that. We need it tomorrow. I need it right now.
If you need money today or tomorrow, then Pokemon's probably not the best thing for you to be doing. Like,
well, if somebody just bought my fucking ETB, I'd have money.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fact. I mean, this Pikachu is going to freaking stress me out for the next 2 weeks.
Pikachu's in assembly, so we should have a grade very, very soon.
We said Pikachu from Stellar Crown SAR? Not Stellar Crown.
No. No,
much bigger.
I know a friend that's selling one. The Pikachu SAR from Surging Sparks.
That's funny. No, it's a Pikachu from Japanese 20th anniversary. As of 2 hours ago, it was in assembly, which is phase 5.
It's minty, Zack Mo. If that thing PSA 10s, which we think it should, I mean, that thing is booming in value right now. It's insane.
Yeah.
Which one are we talking about?
It's the Generations full art Pikachu, basically, is the
Gotcha.
best way to describe it. So it's like a very menacing looking Pikachu full art with Jolteon and Electabuzz behind it. It's in assembly. We should know very soon. 5 business day turnaround. It should be ready in the next day or two. He'll have an answer by stream, hopefully. I have a couple submissions in assembly right now.
So
What'd you say?
That's what we do. One pack snipes,
Oh,
man.
yeah,
We got one
that
pack
was a one
snipe
pack
for
snipe. That was
So
that was very good. That was what I'm saying. Like the winning, you may win occasionally in the short term. That was definitely an occasional win. That was a huge fucking win.
unless it
I don't know if
nines,
you guys
then
heard all that.
We're giving it
No.
to Bernice if it nines. So
I'm resubbing it if it nines. Wait, Zack Mo, what happened?
I don't know. My brother was yelling about something. So I don't know if you were. That's why I was very quiet trying to figure out what was going on in there.
No, I couldn't hear it at all.
Okay, cool.
Nope.
All right, so that's your market update. Pokemon go up. Be patient. Stop trying to treat singles and slabs like a fucking casino. That's not what they're for. Collect Pokemon cards if you're a Pokemon card collector. If you're a scalper and you want to like try to make money off of singles by buying and selling within 2 days, like you're cooked. Like you're chalked right now. Is not your time. Go sell something else. And that's it. That's the market update, I think. How's that sound?
Just waiting to see how long it takes you to notice that him and I are just sitting here stroking our beards.
I see you guys stroking your beards. I don't need to. My beard's looking quite shapely.
Dude,
at the moment.
The hair is looking good, Tim. I mean, you got a little wave to it today. I mean,
yeah, man.
Fantastic head of hair.
I do have good hair. I do have good hair. I always wear hats, but I got some good hair. You know, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, whatever.
You do. You
just
have
let it rock,
man.
Everybody always thinks everyone thinks I'm bald, but no, I got really good hair. I like wearing Pokemon hats.
I like wearing hats because my hair is very thin and it looks really bad.
Yeah,
all my hair genes
you have a
went
good
to
head
my
shape,
beard
bro.
and chest.
You have a good head shape. You get to wear a shaved head. Hey yo. Can we move on from this and go into the Pokemon highlight?
I mean, if you wanna.
Yeah, I mean,
is that what we're supposed to do? That's the next thing, right?
We're supposed to do, like, what are we, 37 episodes in?
You're the keeper of the script, bro. I have other things on my mind. I'm out here buying Fates Collide and Celestial Storm ETBs.
While we are recording a podcast?
No, I bought them last week. That was crazy. I should tell you guys about that whole thing.
Why don't you tell us about it?
Yeah, you should. Tell us.
I'll tell you guys after. That's what we'll talk about. All right, we're going to talk about Noctowl. Noctowl is what we're learning about this week. Shout out Noctowl. Zack Mo's best pull of the break. Also, one of Brent's favorite Pokemon cards of all time. Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Noctowl.
Pull. It was a given.
It's a pull, bro. You won it as a pull because you lost the break, so therefore it was a pull. Bingo, bango. Ipso facto, I'm your boss.
Do you consider the sleeves a pull?
Oh, in that situation, yes, because you lost the break, so therefore you pulled it. Had you not actually lost the break, then you wouldn't have gotten the Noctowl.
No, I don't got it. Let us know in the comments if you consider that a pull or not.
The Japanese name for Noctowl is Yoruno Zuko. Zuko.
Danny Zuko? Greece?
Yoruno Zuku. Danny Zuko.
Holy cow.
It's a dual type. Normal and flying, introduced in Gen 2, hence its appearance in Neo. Also, its ability to be a Shining card, Shining Noctowl from 2002. That card is sick. Okay, let's see. Biology. It's an avian Pokemon, and it resembles an owl. It has light brown plumage with a darker brown pattern of triangles on its chest. Its fan-like tail is the same dark brown, while its wings are slightly lighter, with light brown undersides. It has red eyes with black rings around them and a second cream-colored ring around the first. Above its eyes are bushy cream-colored feather horns that resemble large eyebrows. Its small beak and talons are pinkish, and its feet are cream-colored with 3 toes facing forward and 1 backward. An elderly Noctowl can grow a small beard. Perfect Pokemon for this episode.
And if you are not a fan of Pokemon and are blind, you now have a perfect picture of what Noctowl looks like.
Noctowl is a nocturnal Pokemon that is called the Emperor of Dark Nights. Badass. It has exceptional eyesight, and they concentrate on the faintest light given its night vision, and its supple wings are capable of silent flight. It can twist its head 180 degrees. Basically, the thing's a fucking owl. I'm going to keep going here. It
How
evolves
tall is
from
it?
Hoot Hoot. It's not in this part of the description yet. I mean, you're asking me too many questions. It
Literally
is
asked one question.
5'3". This thing is as tall as you.
Me?
5'3".
Aren't you like 5'2"?
Me? I'm 5'11", bro. Get out of here.
You're not.
No, I think I'm 5'9".
You're not.
I am 5'9". On my driver's license, that's what it says.
That doesn't mean that you are.
I'm 5'9", and it's 89.9 pounds, which is about what my left leg weighs. That's pretty wild. A 90-pound owl, bro.
Wow.
That's a big
you
fucking
shorter than me?
Pounds, not bad.
No, I'm not shorter than you.
Not bad.
Look at pictures, bro. I'm not shorter than you.
We only have like
I
two pictures together.
I think I hear Willow waking up. All right.
I don't hear nothing.
Noctowl is in a bunch of episodes, according to this.
Anybody have a specific
Noctowl
one?
seems to what episodes?
Remember when I was doing Toy Coco and I said Roy has one?
Yes, I do now. Okay, Noctowl is the first Pokemon to appear as a shiny in the animated series. Very cool. In Gen 9, prior to the version 3 update of Scarlet Violet, Noctowl was unable to learn Defog, while its pre-evolution could. Game breaking. Right. Origin. Noctowl seems to be based on a horned owl, particularly the Eurasian eagle owl, due to its red eyes. The feathers that
Not
make
a
up
great horned owl?
Great horned owl? No. Eurasian eagle owl. The feathers that make up its horns also resemble a pair of large bushy eyebrows, which can be interpreted as a sign of age and wisdom, traits that are sometimes associated with owls. So this association with wisdom may also explain its ability to learn various psychic type moves. Very cool.
Let's just get to the center of a Tootsie Pop, Mr. Owl.
We believe the name Noctowl is a combination of the words nocturnal and owl. And the Japanese name Yorunozuku may be a combination of the words Yoru, which means night, and Mimizuku, which means horned owl.
Mimizuku.
Mimizuku, horned owl.
Mimizuku. You think that's why it's called Mimikyu? Because it has those horns?
It's possible. Guess we're going to have to do an update on...
Yeah.
I mean, not an update, but like
look up how to say horns in Japanese.
Well, Mimizuku is owl, so I would imagine it's Mimi and then Zuku for owl.
Well,
Suno is how you say horns.
So no, that's definitely not it.
Oh, we're cooked.
I tried.
Mimizuku. If you search Mimizuku, it just pulls up a picture of an owl, basically.
I wonder why it's called Mimikyu then. We'll have to do
that.
Well,
we're gonna find out on another episode. That's what I got on Noctowl.
Noctowl's pretty dope. I didn't know it was 5'3". That's a huge fucking bird.
Yeah, dude. I would want no part of that.
Can you imagine like walking through Viridian Forest or some shit at night?
I don't even want to imagine that.
And you look up and it's just in a goddamn tree, 5'3" owl looking down at you with those red eyes.
I think we've covered my fear of birds, right?
I don't know if we have. I have a fear of domesticated birds, not wild.
I'm afraid of birds. Like really afraid of birds.
It's good to know.
All birds?
Yeah, even not birds, just things that have wings really fucking freak me out.
You scared of planes?
No, like living things with wings, I guess I could have specified.
So like flies or dragonflies?
Yeah, well, so like flies, I think I probably have a disproportionate reaction to a fly getting close to my face. I don't get like scared the way I do if a bird comes by me, but like if a fly comes near me, I definitely like freak out and twitch and try to swat it away.
So next time you're in New York City with me, I am grabbing a pigeon off the street and chasing you with it.
I would really despise that. That would not be kosher.
Yeah, but we'll go viral, and everybody in the Collectors Club would love to see
Why would
that.
we go viral? Somebody would have to be filming it, dude.
Well, because first of all, it's going to be hilarious watching me try to grab a fucking pigeon off the street. And then second of all, me chasing you.
I guess that could be pretty good.
Yeah, you might be in trouble if you ever came down to Florida, man. There's a lot of annoying, mean birds down here, and they attack you for like no reason. They have their nests everywhere. Like I walked out of my house once, and apparently there was a nest like in the hedges out front. I had no idea, and a bird started attacking me as I was taking my trash down to the curb.
Bro, I would lose it. Yeah. I would freak out.
Is there any footage of this?
Yeah.
There is. It's on a ring. We need to see this.
Dude, I'm almost convinced that my neighbors across the street. Yeah, I'm almost convinced it's on the ring across the street, and they just are totally trolling me on the internet somewhere. Oh yeah. Like,
oh man, gotta
it's
find
probably
that.
a thing.
Neighbor takes out garbage can, attacked by bird.
Yep.
You gotta look that up. I have a fear of.
Dude, I was just walking a garbage
birds.
can down to the street.
Wait,
like
what?
Wild birds don't freak me out, but domesticated, like if somebody's parakeet, like I used to go to this barber down the block, and they had a parakeet, and they would let it out of the fucking cage, and while he's sitting there with the razor, edging my beard, the fucking parakeet would fly, and I'd flinch. I always thought I was gonna slit my own fucking throat with it.
Is it just parrot? What about like big ones, like parrots and shit?
Yeah, no, if it's anything domesticated, like if it's a pet for some reason, I don't know why. Well, I sort of do. When I was a kid, my buddies across the street, David and Joey, had a parakeet, little Einstein. I mean, the thing was like this fucking big, but I was absolutely terrified of it. And one time, their dad thought it would be a great joke to tell me that it was in the cage and let me upstairs. And that bird was not in the cage, and it started flying, and I ran to a closet and hid in it. But it also can be attributed to that my dad allowed me to watch Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds when I was very young. And that movie fucked me up.
Could be that.
Yep.
I have three distinct things that happened in my childhood that have contributed to my fear of birds. Number one, I apologize if I already told this story on the podcast. I don't know if I have. Number one,
I listened to a lot of you.
I think 11 years old, and I used to take a vacation with my cousin and uncle, who were, very, very well off. They would like take me on vacation every summer. I was very, very blessed to have that opportunity. However, we were on a beach in Montauk, New York. And me and my cousin were being stupid kids. We're 11. So like the joke thing was that we would like lay down on our stomachs and draw a design on our back with sand so that we would get a tan and then the design would show up, right? Okay, funny, ha, ha, ha. So we put a design on my back. Who knows what it was, a heart, a smiley face. I don't know. Anyway, I fell asleep on the beach face down, right? And I had sand on my back. He opened Fritos, Doritos, some kind of fucking chip, and put it in the sand, and I didn't feel it because I was asleep. And I woke up
to somebody once.
I woke up and I was getting attacked by seagulls, and it was arguably the most scared I've ever been in my life.
Oh man, that's fucking hilarious. We did that. There's this girl we would all hang out, and she was kind of annoying, the one of the group, and she was laying out tanning. We were all at the beach. We opened up a bag of chips and just dumped it on her, and all the seagulls came flying in. Oh man, it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, well, that happened to me, and I'm now permanently terrified of birds. Episode number 2, my parents' house has awnings, and like there's an awning over the entrance of the house, and 2 little birds. I don't know like what a regular bird is called, but like like a regular ass bird in your backyard. 2 little birds made a nest in it. I opened the door. Birds got scared of me opening the door, I'm assuming, and flew out and bang, hit me in the head. And I was like, wow, like fucking freaked me out. And then the third one, I was super angry about something. I left my parents' house. I was like, again, like young, like all of this happened within a few years. I was super angry. I stormed out of my parents' house. I started walking down the street, and I punched this metal thing around a telephone pole. I don't even know what it was, to be honest with you. Like, I don't know what purpose it served. So I punched this thing, and birds fucking flew out of it like crazy. And I'm like, I got scared shitless. So yeah, ever since then, I've been really afraid of birds.
Just imagine little Tim all pissed off and angry, and
yeah, dude,
screaming like a girl running back home.
I'm 13. I'm like super goth. I probably had like big baggy like UFO pants on with the straps coming out of them, and like spiky bracelets, and probably like some fucking red spiky hair. And yeah.
You used to do eyeliner?
No, I never did eyeliner.
I don't believe you.
You can look at pictures, but I had really rough braces.
braces.
Oh yeah, they were rough, dude. There's
You
a
should have done the
picture
eyeliner to distract from the
to
braces.
offset. I gotta find
Yeah.
this picture. I'll put it in the Discord if I'll ask my mom for it. I don't know if it was like my 8th grade yearbook photo or what. There's a photo of me wearing like a bowling shirt with flames coming up it and like
I think we all
spiky.
had one of those shirts at one point. The Guy Fieri
Yeah.
shirt.
It was like that.
Yeah.
Spiky hair, braces, big smile, fucking goofy bracelet on. Bad. It was bad.
But yeah, well, we need to see that. So if you don't ask mom, I'll ask dad to ask mom.
All right, I'll try to find it. What about you, Brent? What do you have any ridiculous fears? Clearly not of birds.
No, I'm not afraid of birds. I don't like planes, actually. Like, I don't like
Okay.
flying. I'll tell you that. Like,
I
don't
would
think
venture to
that's a
guess.
ridiculous fear.
especially now that you see that, like, now. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of something that would be like super terrified of. Actually, I don't like bees either. I guess I have a fear of bees. Like, and they have
very
like down here,
reasonable.
like they're everywhere down here, and like for whatever reason, when I'm like cutting my grass and stuff, like if they're in the yard and you like drive by them with the mower, they don't bother you at all. But if you get within like 50 feet of some random ass bush, they come out and start attacking you for no freaking reason. So like,
Defending their queen.
I'm definitely on a ring camera. I'm definitely on a ring camera of mowing my grass and like bees coming out, and like I drop the mower and I like take off like running. So I just leave the mower in the yard and I'm like
Yeah, for
standing
sure.
I
there
have a
like just
scar right here. It's probably not going to come up on. Actually, you can sort of see it. You see like the little scar?
Yeah. Actually, I can. Yes.
That was a bee sting.
No way.
Yeah. I was eating chips. I was like maybe like 2 or 3. I kind of specifically remember what happened. I was eating a chip and it fell. And there was a bee in front of my face. And I looked at it like, okay, so go eat that one. And instead of going to eat the chip that fell, it decided to fucking try to take my eyes out.
Huh. I've
was
never been
rude.
stung by a bee. Knock wood.
Never?
Never. 35. Never had a cavity. Never been stung by a bee.
There's one time at
Wow.
diabetes, which is funny because I do have a sticker that says this one time at diabetes camp. This one time at diabetes camp, we were hiking the Appalachian Trail, and some kid decided that it would be funny to destroy a wasp's nest. So the wasp decided to destroy a shit ton of little diabetic kids. Everybody was getting stung. I mean, looking back at it, it's fucking hilarious. But I remember being really upset because I got stung in the ankle. That shit sucked.
Yeah, like people messing with bees, like I'm like the anti of that. I see it all the time. Like we're out in public and somebody's like, "Oh, look, a wasp nest! Like, let's mess with it." I'm like, "Hey, let's not, asshole! Like, leave that thing alone. Like, let's just keep going."
Let's fucking don't.
Yeah, like you want to know why? Because they're gonna freaking sting me, and I'm gonna be all pissed off about it. So, yeah, I
That's
don't
fair.
like bees, man. But like, yeah, I mean, little bees. I mean, I literally. Like I love diving and stuff too. So people think I'm a psycho because like I'll dive with sharks, everything like
Wow.
that. Well, don't bother me at all. But if I get near bees, you'll see a grown man run. Yep, don't like them.
That's good. At least you're not killing them because we need them. So you're just running. That's
Yeah,
good.
I go the exact opposite direction. Nope, not killing them. I don't get anywhere near them. Nope.
Smart.
Yep.
Smart.
All right. Well, there you go. None of us like wings for the most
None of us
part.
like wings.
Seems like we all have some kind of irrational fear of winged things. What's the iguana sitch down there, bro? I heard iguanas are pretty
They
rough
fall
down
from the
there.
fucking trees.
So they're more South Florida than me. Like they're more like Miami down. But the falling from the trees thing is an actual thing. And what's crazy about it is they've actually physically hurt people because they like freeze. So when they fall, they hit people. Like so you're like you're just bullshitting
man.
walking under a tree one day with your family and this big ass lizard falls out of a tree and crushes you. But
That's fucking
Yeah, they're
hilarious.
huge too, man. Like my cousin had an iguana. That thing was massive.
yeah, some of the ones like down in the Keys, I go down there and I go fishing and diving a couple times a year. And I mean, you see them all over the place down there. Some of them are big, and some of them are like the older ones. They're like brown. They're also like hairy too. They're ugly as shit. I don't know if you've actually like seen one of the big ones. Like some people are like, oh, I'd love to have one of a pet. I'm like, dude, this thing is so damn ugly. I don't know why you would want one, but
I don't think I was in Key West. I don't think I saw any. I mean, I was in like very touristy areas, so
next time you go to Florida, you're just gonna be looking up in the trees.
If you were in Key West, you were probably on Duval Street, where all you see is a bunch of naked weirdos walking around, and like, you know.
I was there for a wedding, so we went to. We were on Duval, but I was with the bride and groom had not adult children, but like 13, 15, whatever. So I was like basically like watching the kids more or less, so that the bride and groom could go do bride and groom shit. So I tried to stay
go and
like,
consummate the wedding.
Yeah, whatever. I tried to like behave. We took like a train tour of fucking like a little trolley tour of Key West, and the wedding was in the Hemingway house, which was fucking dope. That was actually like a really cool thing. And then we took a picture by that like the southernmost point thing.
Yeah, the big buoy.
Yeah. And I think that was pretty much it. Like we were like it was like so quick, you know what I mean? Because I was only there for like 2 or 3 days for the wedding. So yeah, it wasn't like a full on Key West experience. I didn't like go crash Duval at night or anything.
Hey, listen, there's some weird shit out on the Keys. I'm just saying, I had my first experience there. I was probably like in Key West. I was like an adult, like where I could actually like go drink and like hang out. So they had this like 3rd floor bar. Okay, 1st and 2nd floor, totally normal, like just bar, whatever you're bullshitting. You go up to the top floor, and it was a nude. So like, you walk up there, and it's just all in like 70-year-old old people naked, and I'm just sitting up. I like stood up there, and I'm like, where the fuck am I? What is like happening? And then some like old 70-year-old man like stands up, just balls out and everything. He's like, hey man, you want to come take a shot? I'm like, yeah, I'm in the wrong place. Like, dude, it was
That's
very
wild.
dude, it was, again, you would never even know. Like if you were just, especially as somebody from like out of town, like you just come down, you hear Duval Street, and like there's a lot of cool stuff. It's super touristy. Like there's a lot of fun bars, but there's some sus stuff that goes.
Yeah, definitely. I noticed that, like, not the nude bar part, because I was with like 2 kids, so we weren't going into the bars, but we would go to like, you know, like poke your head in the souvenir store or whatever, like, oh, this store looks cool, let's see what they have. And then like every 3rd or 4th store you would walk in, and it would just be like everything was shaped like a dick. Like they had all the souvenirs that you would normally expect somewhere, except it was just shaped like a dick. I was like, what is like, where am I? This is fucking weird.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure it is a really good time. If you're like vacationing there as an adult, I'm sure it would be an excellent time. I was there with a super strict time frame because I was in the wedding. So it was like, you know, I think I had like 2 hours maybe by myself that I was conscious, and I just stayed in the Airbnb because it was hot as fuck outside.
The only reason I won't go down the heat. I'm too fat for that shit.
It's not just the heat though, man. It's the humidity.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah,
it's so hot down here. Like I tell people, like I will literally start sweating like walking to my mailbox. Like it is.
Yeah, I mean, I sweat eating. Like eating like normal fucking food, not food.
Indoors, temperature controlled.
Yeah. I mean, I sweat walking around when it's like 40 degrees outside, so I would be dead down there.
Yeah, I get into my truck after work, and it's over 100 in my truck when I get in.
That's like the worst kind of heat too, bro. Like getting into a car on a hot day when the car's been baking in the sun. It doesn't get much worse than that. Yeah, it's hot, bro.
Yeah.
It's not hot. That's a hot thing.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Seatbelts sting you.
Yeah, you need the heat coolers, man. Those heat coolers that blow cold air up your ass.
I'm telling you, they're the car I bought for my wife has them. They're unbelievable, bro. Oh, that's a whole spiritual experience. Some mesh shorts and a seat cooler. You got to try that once in your life.
My friend's dad had a truck with that.
Perfectly.
It hits it just
right. My friend's dad had a truck with that, and I was sitting in it, and he was like, "You want me to turn that on?" And I had no idea that was a function. And he turned it on, and I was absolutely amazed.
I've been singing the praises of the Kia Telluride since I bought one. That's what I got for my wife. It's got driver seat, passenger seat have it, and the second row has 2 captain's chairs, and they both have ventilated seating, so heated and air cooled seats.
Oh,
You gotta take me for a spin in that one day.
The Telluride's badass, dude. That's a nice car. Like way nicer than what people think it is, because it's not that expensive. Like if you try to buy like an American-made vehicle of the same size, like let's say the Jeep Grand Wagoneer, it's like $30,000 more expensive to get the Jeep versus the Kia. Maybe not now with all this tariff shit that's gonna go down, but yeah, it's crazy nice for the price point.
Yeah,
you just got a new truck too, though, right, Brent?
I did. Yeah, I got a new truck, and that was like my truck before that was the first one I ever had the seat coolers in it. And it sounds crazy, but like especially like being down here, that was like a must for me. I'm like, hey,
absolutely.
If I can't get some like cold air blowing down my crack when it's 100 degrees when I get in my truck, I don't want it. Like,
I just realized your background is the stock background.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh, like of the site that we're using?
Yeah, I thought it was his home, and then I saw the grand piano.
No, man, this is just full stock. They were like, "Hey, do you want to?" They're like, "Do you want to put a background on?" And I'm like, "Sure, man, why not?" And this was
I was gonna ask if you play the piano, and then I realized.
Yeah, man, I'm fucking classy, dude. I can play the piano. You know.
I like your fireplace. It's real nice.
Yeah, I use it about 0 times a year. It's pretty sweet. You know,
bet,
that's dope. That's dope.
Do they even have do they put fireplaces in houses in Florida? It seems to not really make sense.
They do. I mean, listen, like the people in Florida, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty bad about it too. But like when it gets below like 60 here, it's fucking freezing. Like it's terrible. So like you will walk outside your house, like I'll get like ready to go to work, and you will like smell people like using fireplaces and shit. I'm like, all right, guys, it's not that cold. Like, just turn your damn heat on. Like, but I mean, I'm a cheap fuck. So like, I bought a new air conditioning for my house. Like, I don't know, like a year ago. So it's like new. I've used the heat once. Like, I don't want to spend money on it. I want to use it. The air I need because it's so freaking hot, and then the dogs are here, so like my super freaking big hairy dogs. If I don't leave the air on while I'm gone, I mean they're gonna freaking die. But yeah, it's
that's most important. I agree.
Yeah, there are people that use fireplaces down here, and it's I don't know why, but
I don't know the science behind it, but like people's bodies definitely adjust to living in a certain climate. Like I 100% believe that, because when I was in Minnesota, I lived there for like 11 years, and it's crazy cold, like a cold you've never felt in your life before unless you've been there. And you know, when it's cold, you feel cold, but like it would be like 80 in Minnesota and I'd be like dying, bro. Like fucking like it's the hot, like you would think it was the hottest it's ever been in my life.
That's how I was today.
But the thing, like in Jersey, it could be like 100, and I'm like, all right, it's really, really hot today. You know, but like 80 is like, oh yeah, it's super nice. I love them. I love warm weather. Like today was awesome. Like to me, it was like, well,
today was all right
here.
Yeah,
like nearly perfect weather.
I like 60 to 70.
60 is a little too cold. That's not ideal.
It's perfect. You can wear a hoodie. You don't have to wear a hoodie. I love it.
I wear a hoodie about twice a year. So
that's pretty awesome.
I wear a hoodie a hell of a lot.
Yeah,
if you're wearing a hoodie, you got to look at the fucking trees and make sure there's no iguanas.
Yes. I mean, it.
Wait, is that what happens? They get too cold?
Yeah. No, they freeze. They physically freeze, and like that's what happens. Yes, and then they.
Oh, I thought they just froze, like they got scared.
They freeze as in their body gets too cold, and then when they fall, they're like rocks. Like they're essentially like rocks falling from trees. Like it's wild. I mean, it's like right now it is 74 here right now.
That's perfect weather. Go outside.
Yeah. How humid is it?
Oh, it's humid as shit. Like if you walked outside right now, you would sweat. Like you would sweat.
I'm sweating sitting here, and I have my window open.
Yeah, like it's definitely hot. Like for me,
and it's 65 degrees
AC
here.
on. I also bought this fancy new fan. Like I'm one of those people where like I have to have fans on in my room, even if it's like cold. I have to have like fans on. So like I bought this. I splurged, I guess you could say, now that I'm like older, and I think that it's like cool to buy like a house fan or like a vacuum for my house, so I know I'm like old.
No,
I
that
bought
is
a
fucking
I
dope.
bought a Roomba, and I felt like I was the coolest fucking guy in the world. But yeah, man, like I keep like 3 fans going at once, like just to like keep it decently cold, man. Like it's definitely no joke. It's fucking hot as shit. Like it really is. It's hot down here.
Roombas were
Fuck
great
with that.
until Willow was born, my second. My first had like outgrown the stage where she just like leaves shit everywhere. But then Willow is so small that she just leaves shit everywhere. And now the Roomba's like useless. It's not, we have like an off brand Roomba, like probably like Costco brand probably, but it just like comes out of its little fucking home, vacuums for about 3.5 inches and hits some toy and then just like spins in circles. You can't fucking figure it out because it's like walking through a landmine walking through my living room.
The Xbox I bought, shout out, hey, she used it to stop the Roomba from going under a fucking like the TV thing.
Like a cow. It was like on the floor to create
Yeah,
a
it was
physical
used
border.
to stop the Roomba from going under there. That's what she was using it for. I was like, let me just fucking buy that off you.
That's an expensive Roomba stopper.
It really
Yeah,
was.
yeah, no, they're clutch. Like I mean, with my 2 big dogs, like it's clutch to like let that thing run. And people are always like one of my buddies was like, "Oh, be careful." Like I guess his my dogs luckily don't do this, but like his dog, I guess like shit in the house once in the room,
I've seen
ran it
video
over,
of that.
and then just dude, he sent me a Snapchat the one day, and he's like, "Dude, look at this bullshit I came home to," and literally I mean, the Roomba continued vacuuming, so like his entire house is just covered in shit. I'm like, dude, I'm like, you know, I would have left. Like, you know what? I'll deal with that later, man. I'm done.
I quit. I quit.
Yeah, like it was wild. I mean, I can tell you, like, luckily mine don't do that, but if they did, I mean, just imagine working all day. You're like, oh man, I can't wait to come home, relax, and then you just open your door and there's just shit everywhere.
Skid marks everywhere.
Yeah, just everywhere. Like
terrible.
Definitely would not be good.
Yeah. No.
That's almost what it's like living with 2 small children.
No,
I wouldn't
Sometimes
do
they usually shit like in designated spots, but not always. You never really know what you're gonna get.
This conversation has totally taken a turn, and now we're learning about your children's poop pattern.
Not just my kids. This is like kids in general.
That's just a
If you
kid.
ever
That's a
have-
normal kid thing. You know, they
Yeah.
you know, it
They
makes
don't
sense. I mean,
always poop where they're supposed to.
Neither do I.
That's what I'm saying. Imagine
it
being
happens.
3.
That's why whenever you do, man,
Imagine being
just
33.
keep
Yeah,
these
dude wipes.
keep these wherever
Dude
you go,
wipes.
man. That's all it is. Okay.
I think that's what I was going to do my AKA as.
Oh, well,
Was a dude
too late
wipes.
now. We're going on like
brand. Look at that.
They sponsored a match because we were talking about it before, and I was telling them that they sponsored a match, WrestleMania. So on all of, like the screens, the banners, the apron, everywhere, it just had dude wipes everywhere.
Yeah. Just a nice little poop emoji everywhere.
Definitely getting into the right fan base.
They started on Shark Tank, no?
I don't know, actually.
Yeah, I don't
find out
remember where
right
they
now.
came from. Yeah, let's check
I
it
think
out.
they
man.
started on Shark Tank.
Founded by childhood friends Sean Riley and Ryan Megan, Brian Wilkin, and Jeff Klimkowski in 2011 after they'd been using baby wipes as an alternative to toilet paper, blah, 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 blah. They're
So these
flushable
guys-
wipes for men. In 2015, they appeared on Shark Tank. So they made it in 2011. 4 years later, they went on Shark Tank, secured an investment of $300K for a 25% stake in the company.
With who?
Mark Cuban. $300K for
$1.2 million.
Yeah, but they're worth way more than that right now.
Well, that makes sense. That was
Jesus
2015.
Christ, Mark Cuban. Oh, I wish I had more money and I could do stuff like this.
I mean,
He bought in at a $1.2 million valuation. The company now generates over $200 million a year in annual revenue.
God damn, good for them.
that's a lot of shit.
That's
That
a
is
lot of shit wiping. But
Good
also,
for them. That's awesome.
Mark
Yeah.
Cuban is a fucking genius.
He is.
$300K for a 25% stake. He 100x'd $300K in 4 years.
Yep.
That's
You know what my
fucking
favorite
awesome.
thing from Shark Tank? Cousin's Maine Lobster. And they definitely come around by you, Tim. I don't know if they're in Florida,
Mhm.
but they definitely come around by you. They're a truck. Easily the best lobster I've ever had.
I like Scrub Daddy.
And well, I mean that's their most successful.
Yep. I got a Scrub Daddy right here, man, right in the kitchen right now. I mean, what a great name too. I mean, come
Yep.
on.
Yeah, no,
that's
that
just-
was a genius invention, and he fucking what's her name? Lori took that.
Lori Grenier.
Grenier, right? I like Shark Tank. I'm Jewish. I like money.
Bomba's socks, Scrub Daddy sponges, and the Squatty Potty are the 3 most successful.
Oh man.
If
items.
one more person comes in and asks if we sell Bombas, I have to say no. I'm fucking lose my mind. We don't sell. They're like $35 a fucking pair.
And my sister really likes them. I don't mind spending a lot of money on socks. I think
Well, we just don't have that kind of customer. I mean, it's like once in a while somebody will come in and be like, "Oh, you sell Bombas?" And we're like, "No, we don't, because
there's
it's too
a
expensive."
few things in life that I think aren't worth being cheap about. One of them is socks
your
and
underwear.
underwear. We've had this discussion. Another
Many
one
a
is
time.
toilet paper. Like,
Oh,
See, I like the cheap stuff.
no,
no
you're
way.
that's just
I love
that's
just the
terrible.
regular plain Scots.
Brent, weigh in here.
Dude, I mean, that's just disrespectful. That's almost un-American. I mean, I listen. I as you can see, as an avid dude wipe, guy. But yeah, no, I will definitely splurge on better, like a nice Charmin Ultra Soft or something like that.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I
oh
can't do it.
yeah, dude, come on, man, you got to protect what you got going on down there, man.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying. Life is too short for cheap toilet paper.
Warning for the graphicness. I guess it's not going to be graphic, but with like a Scots, the 1-ply, whatever, the good, like the 99-cent a roll. With those, you get the best traction.
No, you don't. You've never
you do.
never used luxurious toilet paper.
I
Yeah.
do, because my fucking boss always buys it, so that's what I have at work.
Well, he's not
Listen,
buying the
man.
right stuff.
Yeah, you
No,
gotta go. With
he's
the
buying the right
Ultra
stuff. I just
Soft.
preferred the fucking Scots.
I'll get
You
you
know what
some
we
good
should do
toilet
now?
paper.
We should segue into ranking.
And just do a toilet paper ranking.
Dude,
Yeah, let's do it.
that's easy. Listen, you go with Ultra Soft. So, and then at the very end, you finish it off with a dude wipe. Dude, you're fully clear, and you smell good. I mean, it's literally just genius. I mean,
I gotta say, as my last word on the matter, I do differ from you slightly there. I am a bidet user, and I will never go
I'm
back.
jealous.
Oh,
George has a bidet, and whenever I go to his house, I immediately make sure I take a shit.
well, that's classy, man. I don't have a bidet in my bathroom, man. If I did, I mean,
Are
It's
you
not
sure
a-
you have a grand piano, a fireplace? I think you have a bidet.
I don't have a bidet.
I'm pretty sure my bidet was like $30 on Amazon. It's like an attachment for the toilet.
Yeah, they're cheap now.
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, they are. No, for real.
Well, I know what I'm buying tonight, man.
Yeah, dude.
They're
They're
really
super cheap.
Apparently.
Even the good ones are not that expensive. Like if you buy like a Kohler, they're like sub $200. Like the really, really good ones, you have to replace the entire toilet for. Those are like $5K, but for like a Toto toilet. But I know a tremendous amount about bidets. It's kind of a problem. But yeah, you can get a cheap one for literally like $30.
Well, this whole episode has gone down the flusher.
All right, I got the ranking thing pulled up. Did we
All right.
forget a segment? I feel like we maybe forgot a segment, or maybe not.
No, we kind of just went straight into it from the knock towel.
All right. Well,
didn't forget anything.
here's the ranking screen pulled up.
Brent, you know how we do this, right?
Possibly.
We'll review the rules for Brent.
Yeah, give me the rules.
Basically, we're gonna blind rank Pokemon. Whoops. We're gonna blind rank Pokemon, meaning we're gonna generate 10 Pokemon one at a
One
time.
at a time.
And you have
Okay.
to put it. You have to make a list of like, okay, 1 through 10. This first Pokemon is number 4 to me, like without knowing what the other 9 are going to be.
Got it.
And then we're going to do some other rankings after that. But that's the first one. So Brent, pick a type.
Fire.
All right. So we're going to blind rank fire type.
Fire.
One at a time. First rank 1 through 10. You don't say it out loud, by the way. We keep our whole list private until the end. So like use your phone or grab some paper or something and make your list.
Oh, okay. I gotta do this. I don't even know what the name of that Pokemon is.
That's Larvesta.
Larvesta.
I'll be announcing it out loud because most people don't watch this. They listen to it.
Okay, I got you. Let me
Most
do
people,
this.
all 15 of them.
All 15 of our listeners.
We love you.
Let's get into this right here. All right. Larvesta.
Pokemon number 1, Larvesta. Put it on your list somewhere between 1 and 10, and don't tell us until the very end. Let me know when you guys are ready, and I will reveal Pokemon number 2.
Good to
Gucci.
go.
What the fuck? Zen Darmanitan. Just pretend it's Darmanitan. This is my fault. I was supposed to do this.
What the hell is that?
It's just Darmanitan. It's some stupid form, but Darmanitan. Want to skip that one? Because it's not even a
No,
real
because I already
Pokemon.
put it down.
Nope,
All right.
it's already there.
All right,
Yeah.
Darmanitan. Gouging Fire.
That's a surprisingly good one for once.
Yeah, sometimes we get absolutely cooked on these lists.
All right.
Good, Zack
Okay.
Mo?
Yep.
Scovelin.
I don't even know what that is either.
It's peppers.
That's what it looks like, dude. It looks like a red and green pepper.
That's what they
they're
are.
from-
They're peppers, and they're called Scoville because of the Scoville scale of how spicy something is.
Gotcha.
You know, I didn't know that.
Oh, well, you
That
learned
makes a lot
something.
of- I always thought that dogs laid eggs, and I learned something today.
Oh, okay.
Litleo. He's mad cute.
I feel like Litleo doesn't get enough respect.
Right?
Put some respect on his name. I guess we'll find out when we do our reveal of our list. Panseer is next.
That one
Jesus.
gets enough respect as it needs. Just not a lot.
Yeah, that thing stinks.
Panseer. After Panseer, we have
Oh.
Entei.
Solid. What the fuck's happening?
What do you mean?
Sorry, my screen started bugging out.
Oh, okay. You guys good?
Yep.
All right, we got 3 left. Growlithe.
Oh, well. We know what Zack Mo's doing.
Wow.
Like,
This is a good list. Did you already put
Oh, this
Entei
is
number
tough.
1?
Yeah.
This is tough.
You know how we usually get screwed. I saw Entei. I was throwing it number 1.
I'm taking a massive risk here. Oh,
All right, we only have 2 left. You ready, Brent? You good?
I'm ready.
All right, Houndoom.
Oh,
Holy
oh,
shit! This is a
shit.
great fucking list.
Let's go.
Damn, I put too much respect on Litleo's name. I'll tell you what.
Oh, I feel good now. I feel real good now. Give me something bad.
No, I do like my list. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, last but not least, we have Colossal.
Oh, perfect. I have a peak list.
Peak.
Damn,
Colossal.
I'm not mad at my list. I would rearrange it a little bit, but I'm not mad at it.
There's only 2
Oh.
things I'd move.
I feel good. I feel real good, actually.
All right, Zack Mo, you lead the
All right.
charge.
Starting out with Darmanitan.
Number 10. Number 10. We start out with Scovilin.
My number 10 is Zendar. Zendar Manitan guy. Number 10.
Nice.
Got
Number 9, I have Scoville.
I have Larvesta.
9 is Scovillain Peppers.
Yep.
Nice.
All right.
So far, we're 2 for 2, the same. 8, I have Larvesta.
I have Colossal.
Holy cow, Zack Mo, you're freaking on it. I have Larvesta at 8.
We're good friends already. I like it. Dude wipes and same Pokemon ranking.
That's okay.
7, I have Panseer.
I have Darmanitan.
All right, dude. You're freaking me out, dude. I have Panseer at 7.
That's pretty dope. 6, I have Colossal.
I have pants here.
Number 6 is Colossal.
Wow, you guys are locked in.
Number 5, I have Litleo.
I have Houndoom.
All right, we are off. We are off here. I have Gouging Fire at 5.
Okay.
Wow, that was an early pick to put down in the 5 spot. It was a brave
I put it at
move.
4.
Spoiler alert, bro. We haven't revealed that yet.
We just did 5. 4. I did Gouging Fire.
I did Growlithe for 4.
My 4 is Litleo.
So you had Litleo at 4. I had it at 5. You had Gouging at 5. I had it at 4. We're still the same.
Very, very close.
Yep.
3, I have Houndoom.
I have Gouging Fire.
3, I have Growlithe. Don't hate me, Zack Mo.
I don't. It's okay. You didn't put it at 5. Dumbass over there in the middle of us. Number 2, I have Growlithe.
I have Litleo. I think Litleo deserves respect.
Oh, see, this is where I think I have peak. So I have Entei at 2.
Wow, that was a crazy call.
Yep.
So you have
He has
Houndoom at
Houndoom at
1?
number 1 for sure.
Legendary Houndoom
I have Entei at
1.
1.
I have Entei at number 1 as well.
Yeah.
I took the risk. That's what I was telling you guys where I took the risk. Like the
Yeah, you did good, man.
So
Yeah, surprisingly, usually the risks like that don't pay off.
Yeah, normally we get absolutely crushed. Like Entei comes out and then you just get like dog shit for the next several.
And you put Entei at 2 because you think something cooler is going to come out, but then you get Zendar Manitan.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a crazy call. All right, so next up we're going to generate 15 fire type Pokemon. They're all going to be generated at one time, and you have to pick 6 as like your battle party.
Okay.
And we're all going to verse each other and figure out who has the strongest battle party out of 15 fire type Pokemon.
Well, out of 6, but you got to choose out of 15.
Well, yeah.
Do
right.
fully evolved.
Oh, yeah. My bad. Ignore that list. All right. Fully evolved default form type. I'm going to read off the list. Damn, the first one was way better.
It was
All
way
right.
better.
Skeledirge, Incineroar, Blaziken, Victini, Darmanitan, Volcarona, Volcanion, Heatran, Armarouge, Infernape, Simisear, Salazzle, Camerupt, Pyroar, Magcargo. This list sucks.
What were the top 3 again?
Top 3 are here. Let me
Skeledirge. Thank you.
You can see all now.
Yep.
Yeah. Skeledirge, Incineroar, Blaziken, Victini. All right. Let's try to do this in a way that makes any kind of sense whatsoever.
Uno. There's trash.
I'm just gonna
4,
be biased.
5,
Like that one too.
6.
Well, I just tried to type one of mine. Well, I'll tell you in a second, I guess, once so I don't give away who I picked. But the autocorrect on it was fucking wild.
Yeah, my phone's always wild with the autocorrects.
Oh man.
All right. I'm ready. Upon further inspection, I think it's actually not so bad because there's a lot of cool typing you can get with this list.
Yeah,
I'm ready. Brent, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So I have Camerupt.
I do not have Camerupt.
I do. Camerupt.
Okay. I have Heatran.
I also have Heatran.
I do not.
Okay. Tim, you writing these down?
I'm writing that you both have Camerupt.
Okay. Write down that Brent doesn't have Heatran. Volcanion.
Wait, Brent doesn't have Heatran?
I do not.
All right, that's fine. Volcanion, I have.
As do I.
That was 3. Skeledirge.
I do not have Skeledirge.
I have Skeledirge.
Okay. Incineroar.
I do not have Incineroar.
I do not either.
And Blaziken.
I have Blaziken.
I have Blaziken. I felt like that one was going to be obvious for all of us.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
All right. So, Zack Mo, we have 3 to go up against one another. I do not I don't have Blaziken, Heatran, Volcanion. Or sorry, I do have Blaziken, Heatran, Volcanion. So the other 3 that you have are what?
Camerupt, Incineroar, and Skeledirge.
Okay, so Camerupt, Incineroar, and Skeledirge are going up against Victini, Pyroar, and Volcarona. Camerupt,
You're
Incineroar,
toast.
Skeledirge. Why do you think I'm toast immediately, bro? Volcarona brings flying. Victini's legendary. And Pyroar's
No, Victini's
fucking
mythical, not legendary.
mythical,
There's
I
a
mean.
difference.
See,
Mythical.
I did that too. But when I typed in Victini, it said victims.
Nice.
I was like, wait, what? What?
And Pyroar's fucking Mufasa, bro. He's fucking sick.
Okay, well, Camerupt can learn Rock Slides. That already takes out Volcarona. Who was the other one
You always do this, bro. You try to spin the typing on me. Pyroar and Victini
Pyroar and Victini.
against Incineroar and Skeledirge.
I mean, I don't
Incineroar,
know.
I think Incineroar, Pyroar are probably a pretty even match. Victini and Skeledirge. I think Pyroar is even against either Incineroar or Skeledirge.
I would say
So
they
really-
take out Pyroar.
I don't think so. I think they're both even. What do you think, Brent?
Yeah, I mean, it's close. I mean, again,
Victini versus one of them. We're gonna.
I went with you. I mean, I took Victini as well. I mean, obviously, that's who I took. So I mean, I'm going to take Victini to win because that's my pick.
You run it, Zack Mo. Pick Skeledirge or Incineroar. So we're gonna run this through ChatGPT, Brent, to tell us who wins here. He gets to pick either Skeledirge or Incineroar. Incineroar. And then we're going to do this again for me and you, and we'll do this again for you and Zack Mo. We'll see who the ultimate winner is.
It also just autocorrected the victims for me.
Yep. Yeah. Just note to self: Victini is a victim.
Got it.
I don't know what, but
likely the Me Too movement.
Who wins between Incineroar and Victini? Place your bets.
Victini.
Incineroar.
God damn it. All right.
Usually takes the W in a one-on-one thanks to type advantage. Intimidate, slowing down Victini's physical offense, better survivability. But it was a huge but. Victini can win if it's a special set. Thinking Sidekick, Focus Blast, or catches Incineroar without Intimidate, like on a switch in.
Yeah, obviously it's a switch in because we put it last.
Yeah, we got 5.
So in a 1v1 battle, Incineroar wins 7 out of 10 times.
All right, I'll give it to you. That's fine. So now it's you and Brent. You guys both have 4 like Pokemon. You have Blaziken, Camerupt, Volcanion, and Skeledirge.
Yeah, so it's just the same thing.
Wait, Victini and who else?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like the only one I think we had different was Victini, right?
No, there was one other one.
You didn't take Heatran.
Oh yeah, I had Blaziken, Volcanion, Skeledirge, Victinian, and Camerupt.
You only took 5.
Yeah.
Oh, I was supposed to take 6. Holy cow,
6.
You're right. I'm an idiot.
All right, well now you get to pick one that hasn't been picked yet to try to win this thing.
Oh, you know what? Give me Matt Cargo, man. Give me that.
All right, I win. Incineroar.
Give me that.
Verse.
Old Faithful.
Mag Cargo. Oh, the first thing it says. Oh, poor Macargo.
Does Macargo get cooked?
Yeah.
This one is a roast, literally and figuratively.
Well, that's just messed up, man. I was trying to go with Old Faithful there.
Yeah, that did not work out.
All right, so me versus Brent are similar. Are the Pokemon we both have are Volcanion, Blaziken, Victini. So I have Heatran, Pyroar, Volcarona. Who are the other 3 that you have? Magcargo. Who else?
Skeledirge,
and Camerupt.
So to get smoked.
Magcargo versus Pyroar, right? Or Heatran.
We should have kept the first list, man. I saw Ninetales on there and Charmeleon.
Right. That's the end of that. That list was doomed from the start. We're doing one more, all types, 15 Pokemon. This is where shit gets interesting because now we have a lot of type advantages. So I'm going to read out the 15 Pokemon. Same thing. You're going to pick 6 Pokemon to bring to a battle. We got
Brent,
Medicham.
That's 6 Pokemon, okay?
6. 6, got it.
Medicham, Dreadnought, Muck, Basculin, Skeledirge, Porygon Z, Landorus, Crocodile, Galvantula, Celesteela, Iron Boulder, Kyurem, Azumarill, Arctozolt, and Stonjourner. So this is 15 fully evolved of any type. Pick your battle parties, gentlemen. This is an extremely difficult list.
Yeah, I know, right? What are we looking at here, man?
3, 4.
I'm about to just take ones that I like.
Generally, that's not a terrible strategy because they tend to be like the most powerful.
All right, let's see.
All right, I got it. I got mine. I have to do it this way. Gotta have the typing.
I'm interested to see what we all did.
Yeah, the issue is I'm taking a lot. I'm really, really leaning into. I'm cooked. I'm gonna get cooked, but I don't want to change my list.
All right. I think I'm gonna get cooked too, but we're doing it. All right, I'm in.
All right, so starting out, you have Kyurem,
Yep.
Yeah.
Iron Boulder.
Yep.
Nope.
Oh wow.
Wow. Celesteela.
Yeah.
Nope.
Holy shit.
Wow. You really just took what you liked.
Yep.
Azumarill.
I don't have a Azumarill.
I do.
Skeledirge.
Yep.
Nope.
And Muck.
Yeah. All right. So Zack Mo, it's Landorus via Azumarill.
What,
I knew
me and you?
I knew he wouldn't pick Landorus.
I can't. Like when
Is
we're
that-
playing WWE, I refuse to draft Logan Paul. It's the same thing.
Lando v Azumarill.
That's
You
fun.
lose. Good day, sir.
Yeah, Azumarill's
Oh, now this is a heavyweight title fight. You've got Landorus, the flying earth god of OU. I don't know what that is. Squaring off against Azumarill, the deceptively chonky, fairy punching water demon. Let's rumble. So let me just go down to the verdict. 60-40 in favor of Azumarill.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
No, that means Zack Mo wins. God damn
I
it.
know. It's the water power.
Well, that
man.
also means that he wins because he took Azumarill as well.
Not against me. We have a way different list.
Yeah,
we might not come down. We might not come down to that as the battle.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get cut because I just took who I liked. So I'm
All
probably
right, Brent. Who's in your battle party, Brent?
All right, I got Landorus, Kyurem, Muck, Azumarill, Crocodile, and Old Faithful. My one of my faves, Porygon.
Yeah, I almost took Porygon as well. So Zack Mo, we got Porygon, Crocodile, Azumarill versus Celesteela, Iron Boulder, and Skeledirge. Not necessarily in that order. I mean, Azumarill obviously cooks Skeledirge. I just wrote them in order. I think
so we'll cancel that one out.
All right. I think Iron Boulder probably cooks Crocodile without even having to look it up.
What is Iron Boulder's typing is what?
Rock Steel, I think.
What is Iron Boulder typing? Iron Boulder is a Paradox Pokemon. Yes, I know that. Typing. Rock Psychic.
Rock Psychic.
And Rock actually, I think, is more effective against ground. So, therefore, Iron Boulder, I think, will take Crocodile.
Which is what I said.
So, we're left with Porygon Z and...
Porygon Z and Celesteela. Run that through the ChatGPT machine. That's a very weird matchup.
Weird matchup. Porygon's one of my faves from just like, old school stuff.
I feel like that's a very, not a hot take, but a very not a popular.
I think a lot of people like Porygon.
I feel like maybe I'm just retarded.
No, I mean it's a definitely a different type, but I think a couple of the cards are pretty cool. Like I always go off of like
Cool
card
Porygon.
stuff I like. Yeah,
Cool Porygon is a very cool card.
I'm glad you caught the reference.
This one's a wild clash of raw digital firepower versus bulky alien tank. All right, let's scroll down to the verdict. Damn, Porygon Z wins 70% of the time.
Let's
Oh,
go.
let's go.
All right, so Brent, you take that one.
You like lost all the way around, Tim.
Yeah, I know. Well, we haven't done me versus Brent in this one yet.
That's what we just did. You lost.
No.
Yeah,
yes.
that's what we just did.
Didn't we just do you versus Brent? Zack
No.
Mo?
No, it was me versus you.
We did you.
All right, whatever. Fine. Zack Mo versus Brent. Go.
Trying to be like he didn't lose.
No, I
what do we have that's
seriously
different?
the way I just told you what you have that's different, bro.
He has Crocodile. I have Iron Bolt. We had
Our lists were almost the same. What was instead of Landorus, it was a Azumarill, but he had a Azumarill.
Yeah.
right. So what was I had?
So
I had
Azumarill would be
Kyurem.
in your battle.
Right, I had Kyurem, Iron Boulder, Celesteela, Azumarill, Skeledirge, and Muck.
Yeah, we each had Muck, we each had Kyurem, and we each had Azumarill. So it would be Landorus, Crocodile, and Porygon versus your other three. And we already know that Porygon cooks Celesteal, so
Lando cooks. Iron Boulder takes Crocodile. So then it's down to
Landorus and Skeledirge.
Landorus and Skeledirge, yeah.
I think Landorus is going to take that.
That would make Brent the MVP of this battle.
First.
dude, y'all were sleeping on Porygon, man. I told you.
What the fuck did that just?
You were trying
That
to
did not
type
spell Skeledirge.
Skeledirge. Did you mean victims?
Yeah. Did you mean victims? If so, please call this number on the back of this.
Oh, Skeledirge versus Landorus. That's a battle of ground-shaking forces versus undead fire-breathing tank. Let's break it down. I don't want to break it down because that's going to take too long to read through. Hold on, it's still figuring it. Winner. Skeledirge wins 65 to 75% of the time. So
Boo.
Whoa.
that's why Landorus fucking sucks.
Landorus, what a disappointment.
He is. I agree.
Thanks. We should have got Tornadus.
Yep. Emerging powers, $9 cards, Landorus and Tornadus.
And now it makes sense.
Yeah,
Yep.
there it is.
Now it all definitely makes sense.
Good, very good callback.
That was a very good callback. Well,
all right,
that was fun.
Stop sharing. There we go. Not you stop sharing. I had to stop sharing the screen. You can keep talking.
Well, I'd like to thank Brent for joining us with his phenomenal beard and grand piano and fireplace.
It is a great beard.
Ducking those frozen iguanas and birds while taking out the trash. Thank you for coming.
Wild episode. That was very fun. Brent, thank you for joining us.
That was fun.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it. I will miss ripping with you guys this week. You know, I'll only be a Seal Collector fan. So, you know, I appreciate you guys for having me on. That was fun.
Absolutely. I'll see you on Thursday for some rocket rips.
All right, guys.
All right. Like, subscribe, follow, comment, do all those things.
I've been Zack Mo, aka Alexandra.
I've been Collector, aka Dr. Death.
And this is Brent, retired Pokemon Ripper.
Bye.
Bye.